Hi, welcome to Smells Like Home Cooking. On this channel, we'll be showing you what we've been making at home, often with the children getting involved as well. Today we're making some lovely soft hot cross buns. It'd be great to hear what you think in the comments, and feel free to like this video if you want us to make some more. So, to start with, in a large bowl add 500 grams of strong white flour. Add around 10 grams of salt to one side, followed by 75 grams of caster sugar. To the other side, we will add 2 teaspoons of dried active yeast so that it doesn't risk being killed by the salt. After this, we add 40 grams of softened butter, 120 ml of warm milk, about 60 ml of water and 2 medium eggs. Now it's time to mix. I like to use my hands as it's more fun and there isn't really any better tool. I start with 3 fingers because it looks a bit like a whisk, and then I use my hand as it all starts to come together. The aim here is to just combine all the ingredients, getting the flour away from the side of the bowl and mixed into the dough. As you mix, you might find you need some more water, which is fine to keep adding that until all the flour has been incorporated. It will look quite sticky, but before adding the last of the water, I like to use a bit of the remaining flour that's in the bowl to clean the sticky dough off my fingers so that I don't lose any precious hot cross bun dough. Once this has all been incorporated and you have a dough that is soft but not soggy, take it onto a lightly floured clean surface and knead it for between 5 and 10 minutes until the dough starts to have a smooth, silky feel. This kneading develops the gluten in the flour to make the dough more elastic but still soft. The dough can be sticky, but try not to add flour if you can avoid it, because it can make the resulting buns denser. The dough should naturally become less sticky as you knead it. There's no one correct way to knead the dough, and people's techniques vary. So long as you're stretching the gluten strands, it's fine. You can use a machine with a dough hook if you like, but I quite enjoy the fact that it's all done by hand. Continue kneading until the dough is smooth on the outside and it springs back a bit when pressed with your fingers and is no longer sticky. There you can see that lovely smooth skin. That's what we're aiming for. Place this dough in a large oiled bowl. I tend to use the one I mixed it in, and leave it to rise covered with a tea towel until it's at least doubled in size. This will need at least an hour, but it's fine to leave it longer, even up to 3 hours. Once it's doubled in size, tip it onto a lightly floured clean surface and scatter it with 230 grams of mixed dried fruit. Whatever combination you like. I've used some mixed peel and some sultanas and some raisins. I start to mix these in at this point, but you can wait until you've added in all the fruit that you're going to use. I just find that if some of them have started to stick to the dough, it makes it a little bit easier to add the rest. So I add a zest of a lemon, but it can be an orange if you prefer. I like the lemons because they can be unwaxed. Then I add a teaspoon of cinnamon and a teaspoon of mixed spice as well. But you can just use all mixed spice if you prefer. Then finally, I add a whole apple that's been peeled, cored and diced. Knead the fruit and spices into the dough until evenly mixed. It can be quite hard to stop them falling all over the side, but it will come together if you keep at it. it can be quite sticky as well, so just add a little extra flour if you need to, but try not to use too much. Once all the fruit has been mixed in, return it to the bowl and cover and leave to rise for another hour. After this hour, the dough should have doubled in size and then needs tipping onto a clean floured surface once more and then folding in on itself until all the air is knocked out. Now we can shape the dough into the buns. Start by cutting the dough into 12 even pieces. And then shape these pieces into nice round buns. Put all 12 of these onto a tray lined with baking parchment, aiming for them to just touch each other as they rise. Put this tray in a large plastic bag for a final hour until at least doubled in size, and they spring back quickly if you press them. During this last hour of proving, you can preheat the oven to 220 degrees C and prepare the mixture for the crosses. To do this, simply mix 75 grams of plain flour with 75 ml of water. After the buns have proved, for the last time we take them out of the bag, and they should look something like this. We can now pipe the crosses. Take your piping mixture and put it into a piping bag and draw out crosses onto the buns like this. I used a wide nozzle, which made piping a little bit messy, so it's probably better to use a fine one if you have one. If you try this yourself, maybe let me know if it worked better in the comments below. They may not look perfectly neat, but they will look better once they're cooked. So now into the oven, as I said, at 220 degrees C. They will need about 20 minutes or until golden brown. Mine could probably have come out a little bit earlier, to be honest, but once they're glazed they tend to look a bit lighter and they still taste delicious, even if you don't catch them just quite right. The best way to check is to tap them on the bottom and check that they're hollow sounding. So the final thing I'm doing now is just glazing them with either 2 tablespoons of heated golden syrup or some apricot jam warmed with a splash of water. This not only makes them nice and shiny, but also sticky and a little bit sweeter. So thanks for watching this video of hot cross buns. I hope you try them at home and let me know in the comments how they turn out. Happy Easter! Oh, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more recipes.